Right, so I thought I would just show you the shield I made last night. I decided I was going to go and make a shield, and I did one last night. So what I've done is I've just made a little shield. You could use any bits of cardboard that you've got at home, but I decided just to do a small one because I didn't want to spend absolutely ages on it. I've got lots of other jobs to do. So I just made a small one. And what I've done is I've used a trusty back of the cereal packet. I've just cut out my circle. I've used a plate that I had in the cupboard. Plates are great for drawing round because they're nice and solid. So I drew around my plate, cut out my circle, and I actually reinforced my shield by putting 2 bits of cardboard together. Okay, so I've glued 2 bits of cardboard together there just to make it that bit stronger, especially because I've got a wee bend in my bit of cardboard where the seam is. So if you cut it out and you can cross over your seams, it'll make your shield a little bit stronger. Okay, so I just used a normal plate from my cupboard to get my circle template. If you decide that you want to do it a bit smaller, or you don't have cardboard, or equally you don't have paint, because I know lots of you probably won't have paint in your house, you might decide that you want to just do your shield on a piece of paper. So obviously it's not going to be very strong on a piece of paper, but really it's the design that we're looking at. That's the most important thing. I want to see everybody's different designs. So if you do your shield on a bit of paper, if you find a smaller plate, okay, I've got another plate from the cupboard. As I say, plates are great because they're fine and solid for drawing round. Okay, you would draw around your plate there. Use any bits and pieces that you've got. I just found this little part of a tub in the cupboard that I used for my circle in the middle. Okay, you can measure it with a ruler, you can use a bit of eye judgment. You don't have to have a circle in the middle, I'm just showing you how I drew my design. Okay, so drew around my circle in the middle, and then I took my ruler and I added my kind of straight lines or big chunky parts in the middle of my drawing. So using my ruler, I actually just drew over along both sides, and it just worked perfectly. Okay, it's nice and solid. Hold it carefully, and then there you go. And that's pretty much my design. I added my little half circles in as well to get my design. So as I say, if you want to do it on paper, you can. If you don't have paint, you could do it on paper and use coloured pens, or alternatively you could actually use coloured pencil. As long as you press reasonably hard, you're going to get a good covering of colour with your coloured pencil. Okay, so that's just using a Sharpie. Okay, as I say, use coloured pencil if you don't have paint. But I mean, really, paint is going to give you the best finish, especially if you're doing it on cardboard. Okay, but as I said, I just wanted to show you my shield that I was working on last night. So this is, obviously it's come out quite well. I put on 2 coats of paint for each colour. The yellow is a wee bit thin. I might decide to go back in and do another coat of paint in the yellow, but it's actually looking fine. So what I would do just to finish it off is, I thought I could actually take a bit of kitchen foil and do a bit of an edge on it. Okay, make it look like as if it's got a little bit of a silver kind of gilded edge. I'm not sure how available silver would have been for Vikings, but I mean, we're just using a wee bit of artistic license. We're just making our shield look as we want it to look. So I could put a bit of a silver edge on there. I could just use a black marker, and because my paint was done last night, it's really good and dry, I could just use my black marker and go over and pick out my lines that I've got. Now, the Viking shields are designed to be quite simple. Okay, so they were all hand drawn, so the designs were really simple, and the paint was gathered from anything they could dye really to make paint. So obviously my colours are a bit bright. They wouldn't have been quite so bright, but as I say, a bit of artistic license, we can kind of do that if we want to. But that is what I would do to finish off. Okay, I would put a little bit of black around about it. I would maybe add in a little bit extra detail by adding little dots around the side. I think they look a bit like maybe the rivets or the nails or the whatever it is that is used to seal the shield together. These shields would have been wooden, so they would have needed nails or rivets or something to seal them together. So that's how I would finish off my shield, okay? So I'm wanting to see quite simplistic designs. It's nothing too complicated. I've given you a sheet to look at just as reference to have an idea of the designs. You can Google what Viking Shield designs look like, but I would like you to give it a try, okay? So I'm going to leave that there. I look forward to seeing your designs in a couple of weeks, okay? This task will take a while. I don't want you to rush it. I'd rather you took a little bit of time of it, and also I know that you've got lots of other things to do. So it won't be due for next week, it'll be due for the following week, okay? So you've got 2 weeks, and I would really like to see everybody's colourful, well designed and well thought out shields. Okay, good luck.